So this is exercise 4. We're going to start by clicking Explore and Visualize. Once you get into Satisfy It, we're going to start with data, and we're going to search employee attrition. We're going to look at that. We're going to look at its profile as a whole, and we want to see what data set has somewhat normal distribution. So we can see that age does. Well, a lot of these age does because we want the mean and median to be pretty close. So age, daily rate, employee count, basically look the same. Then we went into the data and we changed years at company. It was first under the measure category, so we changed that to go into category, and then from there we went to new data item and we did custom category, and we made a more precise organization of it, so we can see people that were there from 0 to 5 years, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, 21 to 25, 31 to 40, and so on and so forth. Sorry. And then we made an employment hierarchy. You can see right here it contains the job role and department, which is what we were asked to add in. So we are now using the country data set. So we wanted, as you can see, I already did it, but we created a bar chart for the GDP by continent. So I did this by going into data, you click data, and then employee attrition was selected, but then I selected countries. And then from there, for the measure, I did GDP per capita, and then for the category, I did continent, and this is the graph that came out of that. So how does the graph change when aggregation of GDP is changed to average? So we're going back into data, we're making sure we have the country's data, and then we're going into the GDP per capita. You can see right here that it's sum. So when we change it to average, you can see it changed a lot. Oceania was down towards the bottom, and now it is at the top, whereas Africa was at the top, and now it's at the bottom. And we want to change the filter, so this current data set covers from 1900 to 2010, so we want to filter it back, so we're going to click filter, we're going to select add new filter, and then we want it to be from around 1970 to 2010, so we're going to get it to that slowly but surely. And you can see that Oceania and Europe have switched from Oceania being at the top to Europe, but Africa, Asia, and America all stayed in the same area. So then our next task was to create a bubble plot. So as you can see, years of education is on the x-axis right here. GDP is on the y-axis. And then the bubble size is socio-economic status. That is what it's based off of. So then the next question is, how does the visualization change when the figure is grouped by continent and colored by continent? So I'm going to duplicate the page. So I have the data set already. So then when we look at this page, we are going to go to roles, and then we are going to make sure bubble years of education, size by socioeconomic status. For group, we are going to click continent. And then you can now see that Africa is in blue, America is in yellow, Asia is in purple, Europe is in orange, and Oceania is in this teal color, all based off of their average. Then we're going to go back to this initial bubble plot, and we're actually going to go, I already made it, but we grouped this instead of by continent, by country, and then we added an animation so we can see that right here. So it's grouped by country, and then animation, it's by year. So when you play the figure, you can see it slowly moving from beginning to end. So then we want to pause it at the 1990 mark. I'm trying to find the best way to do that. Okay, so right here, we are looking for 3 countries with the highest educational average. We can see that one is Switzerland. The other one of the other ones is United States and Norway. So they differ in years of education for sure. You can see that years of education is that number for the US, and then for Norway it is the top number, and then for Switzerland it is that also top number. And then in terms of GDP per capita, you can see it's 47768 for Switzerland. For Norway it is 42829, and then for the United States it is 37062. Then we went back to the employee attrition data, and we are now looking at gender and marital status. So I guess knowing this is a big deal. So attrition varies across many job roles, but you can see that the blue means you're married. It's divided up to male and female. Blue means they're married, yellow means they're single, and purple means that they are divorced. And after looking at this one, based off of gender and marital status, you can see frequency of job role. So you can see sales execs are way more likely to keep their job compared to human resources. And you can see it just sort of as it goes down, less people stay, or more frequent. So then looking at how attrition varies across business travel. So if you travel very rarely, you're more likely to stay. Frequently, obviously, you're jumping from 1,043 to 277. I mean, they're still a lot less frequent to stay. And then non-travel, it's at 150.